Hey guys, welcome back to Candy Beauty. So the new fragrance drops have been out of control lately, like completely out of control. There's been so many new ones from Niche, Designer, Lattafa, Paris Corner. I'm trying to think of like Bath and Body. Like there's just been so many new fragrances that are like still coming out. Usually stuff is like kind of like simmered down now by the holidays, but not this year. So I hope everybody's got their wallets ready. Anyways, today we're going to be taking a look at this new one from Paris Corner. And this is Taskeen Wowie. And this goes for about like $20 to $40. It depends like if you can get it like on sale. I think Aroma Concepts is the only place you can get this, perhaps Amazon. I will link it wherever I can find it that I know would be like a reputable place to get it from down below. I'm not sure if Joma Shop or I'm not sure who has this now. I know Aroma Concepts has it. So I will link their like webpage too. But yeah, this is a new one from Paris Corner in addition to the Taskeen collection. They've done, I think, are all of their Taskeen's inspirations? I think they might be. Although I don't know what Taskeen Marina is supposed to be. That might be like a twist or a combination. I know the Tia Divine, I think, is supposed to be Blanche Bat, which I actually prefer over her Confession from Lattafa. This is the bottle. I don't know what's been going on with Paris Corner lately, but I haven't been impressed with their bottles. But that's all right, because really all that matters is the juice that's inside. Let's go over the notes really quickly. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, tap that bell so you can be notified of all the new upcoming videos, because we've been doing a lot of fragrance, lots of makeup. This is like the time of year for everything, you know? Shop with me is, you name it. Oh my gosh, I still gotta post my shop with me. Anyways, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, hype this video up, like, and I would love to hear from you. So don't be shy. Comment down below if you have questions or just any thoughts you want to share. Even if you're like, Candy, you're totally wrong. That's not what this is, or that's not what this smells like to me, or whatever the case may be. That's fine too. I can take constructive criticism. Okay, so let me just pull this up. Okay, so right now it is on sale for $33. I paid more for this, but I also got it when it first launched. Okay, and this is 100 mLs. It says it's an opulent gourmand fragrance that captures the perfect balance of brightness, warmth, and creamy indulgence. Crafted for both men and women, it embodies sophistication, confidence with an irresistible touch of sweetness and spice, creating a scent that commands attention and lingers like luxury itself. At the heart, there's smooth rum, elegant orris, a hint of cinnamon, and as the scent unfolds, the creamy sweetness of tonka bean, caramel, and butter emerges to complete the composition. So I am hoping my bottle is okay. Like, I don't think it's leaked out anymore. When I first opened this, it was leaking everywhere, which sometimes does happen, and it's no fault of, you know, the manufacturer or anything. Sometimes it literally is just like the carrier does not handle this with care. Is mine still leaking? Yeah, it might be leaking a little bit. That's all right. So I do have, so this is supposedly inspired by a very, 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 very expensive niche perfume, which I have been, it's been on my wish list, you guys, but it is crazy expensive. I think like right now Saks has it on sale for like $1,200 or something, but it goes for like anywhere between $1,500 I think to like $2,000 sometimes. And it's Roa Lost in Paris, which is beautiful. And I actually, because I've been wanting to get it, I do have a sample of it that I got from Ashme. So I do have a little decant sample of it that I got. So I do have this right here. I'm broke, you guys. I cannot afford to get $1,000 bottle of this, but it is on my list, and eventually I will be able to hopefully get one, because I really, really, really love the scent of this. I really, really like the scent. So let's get right into it. And then, you know what? Let me just read the Roja Doves. Let me just read the notes on that one. And it's not like a Harrods or like a discontinued Roja either. You can still get it. It's just really, really expensive. Like crazy expensive, but I totally get it. Like normally I don't think any fragrance is worth that much, but I feel like this is such a beautiful gourmand, like citrusy. It's not like Dolce & Gabbana, Devotion, not that kind of, it's just like something really unique. Okay. The notes of Roa Lost in Paris is, and this launched in 2024. I thought it was older than that. Okay, so I'm not that behind the 8 ball if it just launched in 2024. Top notes are rum, blood orange, mandarin, and bitter orange. Mid notes are caramel, butter, and sugar. Base notes are vanilla, cinnamon, musk, and cashmere wood. Pink pepper, clove, cedarwood, and ambergris. I don't even want to, like, honestly, I don't even want to spray it because that's how much I like love this. That's how much I love this little baby. Oh my goodness. Okay. So here we go. I don't want to waste a spray on it. That's all right. This is like what? Like $100 spray right here. Oh, it's so good. You get this very like bitter, like almost sour unripe orange at first. And then it kind of, okay, for some reason when I sprayed this the other night, it smelled sweeter. Oh, it is a pungent, and it's not like a blend of citrus. It's like straight up orange. Like almost like sour orange juice, or like, yeah, almost like sour orange juice. If you know, you know. When we went to Mexico, it was all about the sour orange juice and the all-inclusive. But then it goes into like this sweeter, more ripe. You get like the tonka, the cinnamon, the butter, and this is the Roja one. All right, let me spray the Wowee now from Paris Corner. Oh, it smells so good. It's like a bitter orange juice. Like if you were to like freshly squeeze orange juice, but then it gets sweeter. It's funny how like one day a fragrance can smell a certain way and then the next it smells different. Okay, so now on to Wowee. Okay, very close so far. So this is interesting because when I sprayed this the other day, it could be because it was leaking or something. It was not this close of a match. What the heck? It was a lot more bitter when I sprayed Wowee. Wow. Okay. I was totally prepared to give this a negative review because when I sprayed this, when it first, and that, you know what, and I guess that's just a lesson to learn, is like when you first get fragrances in the mail, if you're ordering them online and you first get a package, please wait at least, spray it one time and then wait like a day, at least 2 days. I got this, was it yesterday or the day before? I sprayed it really fast. I sprayed Roja's. Roja is sweeter. It is a little sweeter. Yeah. Wowee's a little bit more fresh citrus, but I want to let them both dry down more. But they're very close, which when I sprayed this the other night after I first got it, it did not smell anything like Roja at all. And I was like, this is not good. And it smells nothing like the OG. Yeah, Roja is just a little bit like sweeter, juicier. But on the initial spray, they smell almost identical, like pretty identical. And like, yeah, Roja, you just get like it's a little bit more velvety, buttery. Wowee is a little bit more citrusy and a little bit sharper. I feel like with Roja, you smell the sweetness more. And it's butterier and more gourmand. And Wowee is more of like just like a citrus, although I feel like Wowee is getting sweeter as we go too. So I'm going to let both of these dry down. I'm going to spray a little bit more Wowee. Yeah, at first it's like a very bitter citrus. I'm going to spray, or I'm going to let this dry down, and then I'm going to compare. We'll be back for our final thoughts on this new Taskeen Wowie from Paris Corner. But so far, so good. And I was prepared to give this like a really negative review. Because when I opened the Wowee for the first time, it was not this close. It is more bitter. The Wowee is more bitter for sure. But I'm going to let this dry down, and then we will be back. Probably like 20 minutes. Okay, so I am back. I did let it dry down quite a bit. My bottle is still leaking, so I'm going to have to figure something out. I might just get a new one of these if I end up really liking. So these are my first, keeping in mind, these are my first impressions. I have not worn this very long. I have not worn this day after day. This is just from, you know, blotter, smell, initial. Obviously, things are, is this leaking that much? Things are different on people's skin, depending on your skin tone, your pH, climate, just like a lot of factors, hormonal stuff going, like there's so many factors that go into what a fragrance will smell like on. However, on paper, the Roja is definitely smoother and a little bit more butterier, a little bit more sweeter. They are very close. I would say they're around 85 to 90% close to each other. Wowee is definitely more sharp and more citrusy and less gourmand. But I have a feeling, knowing like Dubai fragrances, UAE fragrances, because I have had my sample of Roja for, gosh, a long time, maybe close to a year now. I've had this little decant and I cherish it with all my life. Like I even put it in a Ziploc baggie so it doesn't like evaporate. Been trying to hold on to this as much as I can. I've been wanting to get a full bottle of it for a long time. It's probably the only Roja. Well, I like some of the Isla Sol ones, but I like some of the Isla ones, but it's probably, well, I like some of the Isla ones, but it's probably like one of the only Rojas that I'm like absolutely crazy about. There's just something very addictive, like nothing else you've smelled before. There is like an orange cake. Oh gosh. It might be like a Russian, I'm not sure which culture it is, but there is like this orange cake. If you've seen like the viral recipe, I tried to make it one time. It was an epic fail. But that's what like the Roja one smells like to me once it dries down. But honestly, at the nose, at initial spray, they are 1-to-1. They both have that like bitter, unripe kind of orange juice, freshly squeezed citrus pulp type of a thing going on. And you know, I don't know. They are very close now that they are very close. So I will keep you updated, and like feel free to message me on here, on TikTok, on IG. You can message me and just ask me. I don't know if I'll do like any update videos because it's the holidays. Things are so crazy. And we might be traveling. I might be going to Scent Explore. but we might be traveling. But honestly, they are very close, and considering the price tag of Roja, like if I don't know, I still think I want the Roja. I'm not gonna lie. I still think I want the Roja, but if this can like hold me over until I get like a really good sale or something, I honestly now on the dry down, I don't know. I think that this has great potential. I think as it macerates more, it'll be even closer to the Roja. It'll be very, very, very close to the Roja. So those are my final thoughts. If you don't like citrus fragrances, you're not going to like this, and you're not going to like Roja. Like, even though it lists all these other notes, woods and this and that, and it's pretty much a sweet citrus orange. Like, I'm not getting bergamot, I'm not getting neroli, I'm not, like, it's straight on orange. For me, that's what I smell. That's what I get from this fragrance, from both of them actually. So yeah, those are my final thoughts. I think it is a very good inspiration, and like I said, I have a sneaking suspicion, just because when I first opened this yesterday, it was like way bitter. Was it yesterday or the day before? Way bitter, horrible. I was like, oh, this is nowhere close to Roja. And just in the short amount of time, it's already gotten that much closer. So I have a feeling like in a week from now, in 2 weeks from now, this is going to be like Roja on steroids, maybe even sweeter, because honestly, the thing about Roja is that like it kind of lasts, but it's not like when I had it on this strip from when I was spraying it the other day, it's gone. Like it's not a very bold fragrance that's going to be very lasting, at least on me it doesn't, but also on the paper it didn't either. So it's not just me. But so if this will be more bolder and long lasting and get closer to smelling like the Roja, like I'm all about that way. So I think that this has great potential. I think I just need to let it macerate a little bit more. If you haven't already, those are my final thoughts, you guys. And if you haven't already, come on, what are you waiting for? Join the fam. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. It's free. It is free. It costs you nothing. Even if you don't like some of my videos, there might be just like a one here and there that really, you know, catches your fancy. So there's no harm in subscribing. Subscribe, tap that bell, hype. I will link both of these too. Probably Lost in Paris is like my favorite citrus gourmand. I should probably do a video on citrus gourmands, but I feel like they've all been like devotion. Like, I'm trying to think of if there's been any other DNAs lately. I mean, there's been some vanilla citruses that I really like. And then, well, I guess, yeah, no, I'm trying to think of like citrus gourmands. Like, they've really all been devotion. Actually, the Arabia, they came out with the lemon one. That's really good, but that's, I don't even know if I would consider it. Well, I guess it's more like a fruity flavor. I don't know if I'd consider it gourmand. Anyways, I'm blapping on. All right. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.